yourself?
No one watches it anyway. So, two categories. One was the schools I want to go, from as small as value proposition and branding that help you understand marketing at the most core level.
The group work is good for you to practice like your communication skill, your organization skill, stuff like that. Not just about your knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
你好。
我在 IG 开问答，然后请人家来问说，就是他们要来之前，然后有什么疑虑，然后我可以邀请我一个朋友来一起解答这个问题。我之前自己刚来的时候，我有蛮多疑虑的，所以就想说拍一集影片，然后来解决这样子的问题。Hey, I invite my friend who is from India and he's doing the same course with me. And then we will answer the question together. People can have different perspectives toward that.
Firstly, I would just like to thank Yang Tsung for giving me this incredible opportunity to come and talk to other Taiwanese, Chinese and East Asian people. If you haven't subscribed yet, you should subscribe.
It's okay, I'm not a YouTuber.
So just one day, randomly, she told me that she's got a few questions that people have asked her that she wants us to answer from two different perspectives.
Yeah, because it's kind of like we are from different culture.
That is right.
So the application process will be different. So it's better that have different person to answer it.
Yeah, and Bella's paying me to do this, so I'm gonna send you my bank details later.
So introduce yourself.
My name is Neil. I'm from the city called Mumbai. It's on the west coast of India. I have been working in the marketing vertical for close to 3 years with agencies and brands, with influencers, with content producers. I did my undergraduate in advertising. I have been a content creator myself. We've made a few podcasts on Spotify. We've made a short film on Amazon Prime Video. I've also authored a book. I decided like a year ago to move abroad for my master's just to get a global perspective. So I decided to apply, and yeah, here I am.
I don't think I need to introduce myself because this is my channel.
Okay, and no one watches it anyway, so just joking.
First of the question, we will talk about the application. So first question is, how many schools do you apply for your master degree?
So I don't remember the exact number of schools I applied to, but I broadly remember that I had split it into two categories. One was the schools I want to go, which might be difficult to get in, and then the second section was just random schools. So just to know I have a few backup options. Doesn't matter if I get in or not. So my first three preferences for marketing in the UK were schools like Imperial, Warwick, University of Bath.
So you don't think you couldn't get an offer from Bath?
So Bath is a reputed school, okay? I don't mean to say I may not get it, but application is difficult because there's thousands of people applying for it. So statistically your chances are slim, right? Because if 1,000 people apply for a course and only 100 people are able to get in, or whatever the class strength is, it is difficult, right? And normally I come from a country that doesn't speak English natively. I mean, of course, English is widely spoken, but it's not like a native language yet, at least. So non-English speaking countries may have a slimmer chance, is what I'm assuming. So I thought that that's my tier 1 list of universities, and then I'd apply for random schools as well. So but I must have applied for like 7 or 8 cumulatively. Didn't get Imperial, but I got into all of the schools.
So you got an offer from
all of
But why don't you choose that?
Why did I want University of Bath, for example? Why is that stronger for me? So there's multiple reasons, right? I mean, for example, I liked Bath. I like the quiet and the peace it offers. Secondly, for me, what are the metrics, right? Academics, the cost of living, tuition fees, the atmosphere, the vibe, where it is situated. Considering all of that, Bath came out stronger because it is relatively less expensive than, like, let's say London.
But Warwick is a small town, I guess.
Okay, Warwick has, I don't know statistics, I don't quote me on this, but it is not, it has slightly more crime than, plus the MSc marketing course at Bath is a lot better than Warwick academically.
Oh yeah.
Like the module. Okay, Of course, Warwick is more well known, but that's also because of its undergraduate. For example, even King's is also a very famous school, but it's not famous for its masters. So many people when they come from outside of the UK, they're like, okay, what schools do I know? Oxford, Cambridge, King's, Queen's. I'm just gonna go. But okay, good schools, good reputation. But is that specific course good then?
Oh yeah.
We don't know that.
Yeah.
At Bath, marketing is really good.
Yeah.
Marketing, psychology, and sports management. These three courses are really good at Bath. The economics, LSE is great. So it depends on your course, right? So I would recommend don't just go on which is the most reputed university in terms of media and PR. What specific course are you trying to do, and which one is better for you? I think that. Why did you choose Bath? Okay.
Me? I think I applied for like 7 or 8 schools as well, but like actually I prepared for English for 2 years.
Okay.
Before I came to here because I need to attend the IELTS exam. And then like actually I got so low at IELTS. I only got like 6, which is pretty low to apply for.
It's not very low. I think you would need a minimum of 7 to get in.
Yeah, but like my IELTS score is not high enough to apply this school. So like I just worry about that I couldn't get any school from here. So I only applied one school that I think I couldn't get the offer from that, which is Bath. I think I applied 3 schools in France.
Okay.
And 4 schools in UK. I don't remember what school I applied for.
So like coming back to what you said about IELTS, okay?
Yeah.
Now any non-native English speaking country, someone coming from there would have to give some sort of an English exam, which the government mandates. For some universities or for some countries it can be the TOEFL, for some it's the IELTS. Now even Duolingo is something that's come up recently, but you need to have some sort of document that proves that you can read, write, listen and understand the language of English. And to some extent it is correct, because I know some people who've come here who can barely speak the language, and I mean it is funny sometimes, but it's also I understand how difficult it might be for them to live here, right? I'm sure you face your set of troubles when you move here. Sometimes you may not understand the accent or the context of what they're trying to say. As for me, a lot of Indians do have to give an exam. Alternatively, you can, if you are an English speaking person in India, you can submit something known as the MOI, which is the Medium of Instruction Certificate. So for me, I have studied English ever since I was born. So I've given English examinations all through my life in school. So when you apply, when you just ask your university, your undergraduate or your college or your school to give you an MOI, where they state that this person has gotten this much in English, like marks. So I think if it's above 80 or 85 in English out of 100, you can ask for it. And over there they also mention that the mode of the language of education has been English for so many years. If you have that MOI, just compile that into one PDF. University. Many universities might give you an exemption from an IELTS exam for that, but many don't. Like for example, Imperial doesn't do that, Warwick doesn't do that, Bath did it. So it also depends from university to university. It is not mandatory that if you have a MOI, it is a chance you can take if you don't want to bother with IELTS scores. But I would still recommend that don't think of this as a shortcut. If you think that your English is not the best, give the IELTS exam. Yeah, okay, doesn't matter what you scored, because even as she said, she scored a low mark, and there are other solutions to this, right? Like the pre-session that you must have attended.
Yeah. Do you prepare anything for applying the marketing in Uni of Bath?
So the way University of Bath works is that when you apply for a course, there is also further criteria that you need to meet. Okay, one is your English exam and your visa documents, all of that. If you have in your undergraduate and your college studied, let's assume science or arts, something that is not commerce related, then you can't take a marketing course. Then you are given a management or an international management course, because they think that you don't have enough context or background about that field. So doing a master's is not the best option. So management, for example, is a mix of everything. You've got your finance, marketing, human resource management, etc.
I think it's just like some course that is related to business.
Yeah.
Then you can apply for the marketing program here.
Yeah. Of course, these are rules that can change. Okay. Universities, the guidelines are revised every year, so
Oh yeah.
don't quote me on this, but yeah.
So moving on to the section 2, it's about uni of law. What is your experience? What do you think about the course like?
It is a very niche subject. Like for example, for most courses that have marketing, it is more like a subject, but since that one subject is an entire course for me, they've dived down into the very nitty-gritties of theoretical marketing. Okay, like something from as small as value proposition and branding to a lot of theories, formula, structures that help you understand marketing at the most core level. So it's been a good learning curve academically. I don't know if you agree. When I started studying for MSc marketing, it was nothing like shockingly new. I'm like, oh, I've never heard of this before.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay, like you might have done it in some capacity previously, but of course it might be a different approach because you are studying marketing here with a global perspective. So it'll be slightly different, but the concept wise it is not a lot of new.
I think for me, really not new to me. Actually, I did marketing back to my bachelor degree. Lots of the course is connected to my bachelor degree. So actually, I just review it again in the English setting. But I think the point here is that you need to do lots of assignment. So like you really need to apply the theoretical knowledge into the project that you want to work on. So I think that is a quite great benefit from the course.
I think that's a good thing. Even I really like the fact that it is not a very problem solution type of approach that I'm going to use this model to solve this problem, but it's like you have a business problem. Now what can you use to potentially solve this problem in the best way possible?
Oh yeah.
And then you have to decide what formulas or what structures or what models to use that'll help you come to a solution faster and better in a better way.
But like I think the benefit from doing the course in other country basically is like you will work in a diverse group because you guys have different background and different experience and different culture, so the way that you're talking is different, right? So I think, and actually like people that would have different working style, so I think like the group work is good for you to practice like your communication skill, your organization skill, stuff like that. Not just about your knowledge. I think like some of the soft skill you can learn. As we know, in semester 3, we can choose dissertation or practice track.
Before we choose, what did we, pick practice or dissertation, I'm just giving some context as to what is dissertation and what is practice track.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, dissertation is a piece of academic literature that you produce in collaboration with your academic advisor. You identify a research gap, and then using secondary and primary research methods, you write around 10 to 15,000 words, and you need to publish an academic research paper. That is dissertation. Practice track, on the other hand, is split in 3 parts. Part 1 is working with a business. So a company of varying sizes, small, medium, large, will come to you, be like, hey, here's the problem that we are facing. And we'll put you in a group of 5 to 7 people, all from different courses or from the same course depending on the company, and using the strengths of every single one in your team, solve this problem for us. Okay, it can be something as small as doing social media marketing or something as difficult as building a platform. Part 2 of that is you also have a fundraising event for a charitable organization based in the UK. And part 3, which is the most important one, is again an academic piece of paper where you reflect on how your practice track has been, like the 2 projects that you worked on. Practice track looks like that it involves more work because it has multiple deadlines and you need to show up, you need to work in a team. A dissertation, you only need to submit in September now directly. You don't need to be in the country. I know so many people who've taken up dissertation, they're traveling. all across the world, or perhaps they just go home and we have to be we have to show up, we have to go to the company, go meet the charity, understand them, solve the problems that they are facing. As for me, I enjoy the practical side of things. I don't like writing reports too much. Plus, I feel dissertation is very beneficial if you choose to pursue academia further. Like if you are someone who wants to do a PhD later on, or enter the teaching space, then dissertation is a good option. It helps you. As for me, I don't plan to enter academia any soon, so having this sort of practical experience will help me in my life further. So that's why I chose practice track.
Especially if you want to work in UK after your master degree, I would recommend that practice track is a better option. It's an evidence to show that you have the experience to work with the company in UK and then work in a diverse team to achieve a common goal. Because
I'm sure even you've worked in Taiwan, I've worked in India, but when you come here, it is different. Like the culture is different. So being able to work in an English setting is something that you need to learn. So this gives you an opportunity to learn that.